Parashat Vayetchanan. Parashat Vayetchanan, maybe, if one can even dare to say, maybe one of the most awesome parashiot in the Torah. It is it's very deep, and every word there you could learn a whole entire world. In the very ancient Kabbalistic text, it's called Sefer Yetzirah, Book of Formation, Sefer Yetzirah, in the 6th parak in Mishnah Chet. I'm sure you all guys know that. It talks many times, and it talks a lot, and quite depth, in the importance of Dibur, where how the world was created with 32 different words, Lamed Bet Sha'arei Binah, and so on and so forth, and talking, and so on and so forth. However, what's interesting about that when Sefer Yetzirah counts down, or states, what are the 3 limbs of love, one would think A, B, and C, if you know what I mean. But apparently the Sefer Yetzirah says, no, it's not. He counts the heart and the 2 ears. The heart and the 2 ears. Doesn't count any other limb of your body as a limb of love. I understand the heart. I understand. But ears is a limb of love? No, I would think, no, the ears are he counts them. The meaning is, even though you could express love with words, by saying, I love you, you love me, right? I love you. You could express it with words. But on a higher level of love, everything in the world has levels, and not all levels are the same. Even love has levels in it, layers upon layers upon layers upon layers, and one can strive to climb up. At the highest level of love, a person needs to do something very interesting. He needs to listen. He needs to listen. Many times that aspect is a missed opportunity or disregarded aspect in a relationship. The aspect of listening. For whatever reason, I'm not quite sure why, speaking is considered to be giving, and listening is receiving. It's always like that. And therefore, the person who loves a man, let's say for example, that loves his wife, and he wants to give her, he should do what? Should talk to her, right? Should talk to her. But many times we see that couples, one cannot wait, is very impatient to the other person to stop talking, so he quote unquote can actually give them and talk to them back. The truth of the matter is that most of the time when this happens, is more you're willing more to give. Is more to express yourself. You're interested in self-expression than in actual giving. In other words, you don't really care about the other person. You care about what you want to say, which is a very selfish thing. Maybe this should be only for Parashat HaShavua. This should be like a Shalom Bayit kind of a thing, but but that's. You're more interested in what you want to say rather than what the other person is saying. And that's where you fail. The truth is that it's just the other way around. It's just the other way around from what you usually think. Listening is the ultimate expression of love, and lack of listening is a sign and also a cause for lack of love. When you love a person, we are interested to hear what the other person is saying, and we are therefore capable of listening to the other person as well. Can you turn off that phone? The vibration gives me toothache. Listening itself is not passive. When I'm listening to someone, I'm not passive. When I'm listening to someone, it means that I reached the level of an art. And you know how to listen to people. And by the way, it's not only people, it's everything in the universe, in the world. But listening, it's an art which takes a tremendous amount of effort and investment into reaching that level that you're willing and able to listen to the other person. And of course, there are different layers of understanding, of listening, and so on and so forth. So many times you have it that your couples come in, and the wife claims that the husband does not listen to her. And he says he doesn't understand. He doesn't understand what his wife wants from him. He doesn't understand. She complains that he doesn't listen to her, but according to him, all he does, every single night, every single hour of the night, he's listening to her. She talks for hours. So we have a problem here. However, if you pay closer attention and dwell into the situation, you would see that most likely the guy hears her, but he's not listening to her. And there is a big difference between the two. What she was looking for is a true listening, a true hearing, that the words will actually penetrate inside and they will have an effect on you. In other words, I'm giving you something, I'm sharing something with you, and I'm feeling that you are closed. It just bounces off you, it doesn't penetrate. So therefore the question is, what is true listening? What is true listening? True listening, in one word, means being present. You're present. Presence is listening. What does it mean? The quality of listening depends on the level of the presence of the person when he's listening to the other person. How much are you here now understanding what the person is telling you? When you are listening to someone, you need to be able to disconnect yourself completely from all your issues, from all the things that bother you, from all the things that that come to your head or pop into your head, and so on and so forth. All your personal, aspects, and you need to be completely available for the person to listen to. Listening while being present, that in a way causes us to connect with the other person, to remove its loneliness. The person doesn't feel he's alone anymore. There's somebody who is listening to him. There's somebody who is present here for him or her, to that matter. We let the words penetrate into us. And by doing so, we're letting the person in our neshama, in ourselves. So as a result of that, the person automatically is not alone. He doesn't feel lonely. And that's what we call hachala. Hachala, hey, chaf, lamed hey, is to include. A Hachala. And that, Rabotai, is love. When you talk about love, and we spoke about it before, send regards. When we spoke about love before, I made you realize, whether you wanted to realize or not, if you were actually listening to what I tell you, that all the concept that you were told and conditioned all the time about love is wrong, is false. It's not love. How would it be like if, for example, you would sit down and prepare after hours of, throughout the day, wasting your own free time and giving a nice Dvar Torah, and all of a sudden you're standing here talking, I said to you, excuse me 1 second, somebody else needs to call me. How would you feel, huh? I thought so. Lawyered. In the Jewish wedding ceremony, what happens is, the gever, the husband, tells her, "Vehareat mekudeshet li," and she needs to listen, she needs to pay attention. If he says to her, "Vehareat mekudeshet li," and she's like, "Hi, hello, hi," is that considered to be kiddushin? We have a problem here. We don't, So the husband, the man speaks. And Chazal tells us when we learn Masachet Kiddushim, we talked about that she needs to know, she needs to listen, she needs to be aware, he needs to say it to her verbally, he needs to say it to her, and so on and so forth. And by doing so, Chazal telling us that the woman, Dafka, has the superior job here. Because guess what? He's talking, she's listening. He is giving, she's receiving. Listening to the words of the man, accepting that ring from the guy, is an expression for accepting him and mechil him. In other words, hachala, as I said to you before, it means to include, to contain. She is willing to contain him with all that matters, all that would stand from that. And that's, he gives her something in a reshut. He's asking permission from her to include him in her life. So if you think that you are superior to your wives, you're wrong. You're not. You think you did her a favor? You're wrong. She did a favor to you. Because if she would say to you no, you would stuck there alone. She did a favor to you. That's why a woman who stands under a Jewish chuppah, it's called the kala, hakala. Kala mishum lehachil. She includes, she contains. A container is called meichal, like kala. Same root. A fundamental point in Sefer Yetzirah is, we said that talking is that talking is a somewhat of a divine quality, because HaKadosh Baruch Hu created the world with words, and by talking, man resembles God. You don't have any other animal that talks. Every language in the world has grammar rules to it. You might tell me dolphins, you might tell me, I don't know what, chimpanzee, whales, bees. It's all in the beast trap. They don't talk. They don't have grammar. If you take a whale from I don't know what, from Japan, and the whale from Alaska, they communicate. This one beeps, the other one beeps. We develop grammar, languages, rules. You can't just talk whichever way you want. So when you talk, that's why, Rabotai, you need to pay very close attention. Don't imitate certain groups who their speech deliberately is defective. Don't pick up speech patterns who are wrong. You need to learn to speak proper. You need to learn to speak appropriately. You need to know your language. You need to know your grammar. I still remember my 5th grade teacher. I used to listen to music. I used to watch Walt Disney. That's how I learned my English. So my teacher was from England. And I said to her, I ain't. And she says to me, there's no such word. I said, what do you mean there is such word? I ain't. No. She says to me, there is no such word in English as ain't. From now on, you're going to use the word don't. You need to understand, and what impression do you give when you speak inappropriately? In the movies, if they want to have God usually have like an English accent, or sounds at least like Morgan Freeman, You ever seen, a movie, even in movies, and God talks, yo, homie, what's up? Would you come here? What does it mean, what's up? What language are you talking? And you are imitators. You speak in English? Habla inglés? Por inglés, press uno. Por español, dos. You speak English? Speak English. You speak Spanish? Make sure your Spanish is proper. Whatever you do, do it because it tells a lot about who you are and the way you talk. You can tell by the way I use my words. Staying a lot. So, however, you should know that listening also in its source is a divine quality. In Tfilat Yamim Noraim, after there's what is called Sidur of Rav Amram Gaon in the Tfilah after Tkiyot the Meumed, right? And so he brings it over there. We say El Ram Venisa Mevin Umebit Ma'azin Umakshiv. Ma'azin, he listens and he hears, pays attention. Hakshava is paying attention. So you refer to HaKadosh Baruch Hu like this. And it says, El Ram Venisa Mabit Mevin Umebit Uma'azin Umakshiv Lekol Tkiyatenu, and so on and so forth. Many times we see with our experience that we pray to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and HaKadosh Baruch Hu L'chora says, no. You want something? HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, no, I don't want to. That emunah, that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is present, and He hears what we're saying, allows us to experience His great love to us always. That's why we always speak to HaKadosh Baruch Hu in a present tense. Simple present, right? Baruch Ata. Bless you. Not past progressive, past perfect. Future, no. Present. Baruch Ata. Hashem sefatai tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha. You're going to open. I'm talking to you now. Talking to me. Talking to you. So he tells you no. Don't be a brat and say, I want something, I'll get it. I want something. No. I listened to you. I heard you. And the answer is no. Okay. I know he listens to me. He loves me. The greatest sign of lack of love is I don't want to hear you. I don't want to hear you anymore. I don't want to hear you. I'm sick and tired of this. I don't want to hear your complaints. If I'm complaining, there is a reason. I don't want to hear it. It's a sign of lack of love. Somebody's talking to you, pay attention to what they're saying. Many people you can help if you would just listen to them. I mean, you can help a lot of people like this. Prevent them from doing drugs, from doing, committing suicide, going off the derech, going on the derech. If you would just pay attention. Why? Because then they feel they love them. You love them, that's already a little bit more different and a little bit more difficult for me to abandon, to do what I need to do. I feel loved. I feel loved. And that's one of the problems that we as Jews have in terms of a society of Jews, that we are not willing to listen to the other side. Yes, I'm talking about secular people as well. Man, they're not my brothers. Okay, they're wacky brothers, but my brothers, no? If you have a brother off the derech, will you tell me I don't want to listen to him anymore? Hey, get out of here. Get. You listen to him. You'll be okay. When I talk to you about secular Jews, leave me alone, We don't talk. We don't listen. We don't communicate. Even if it would just listen, it will be enough. Don't answer. Just listen. He already feels you love him. You feel you love him? Okay, now we can work on it. Now there's something to work. There's something to glue us together. We don't want to understand that. So one of the basic demands of every Jew is to listen. Shema Israel! Listen! Listen, Israel! Listen! Hashem Elokeinu, Hashem Echad. But first of all, listen! Listen! The pasuk right after that, you see right away that because of listening, since you were listening, Shema Yisrael Hashem Elokeinu Hashem Echad. Guess what? Le'avda, love. No listen, no love. In these two psukim, you can find exactly what Sefer Yetzirah was referring to in terms of the limbs of love, the eyes, the ears, and the heart. When we read Kriyat Shema, right? The Jews usually do what they do, they cover their eyes. Why do they cover their eyes? Of course, we say, Hadavar samui min ha'ayin v'tzarich liroto min halev. Hadavar hachashuv, something that is important. You don't see with your eyes. You need to feel it with your heart. You need to feel the oneness of HaKadosh Baruch Hu in your heart. We don't need miracles. We don't need to see God. We need to feel it. How do we feel it? Shema Yisrael. Listen. Shema Yisrael. Moshe tells the people, ואתה ישראל, שמע אל החוקים ואל המשפטים אשר אנוכי מלמד אתכם לעשות למען תחיו. Listen to what I'm telling you in order for you to live. Listen. In other words, Shema Yisrael, ואתה, and now Israel, שמע אל החוקים. Listen to the laws. In other words, when you are about to do the mitzvot, do the mitzvot from the heart, from love, not because you have to. Lechayot, not only you're going to be alive, you're going to be revived. Achayut, your aliveness will come from love. When you feel in love, you feel alive. When you don't have love, it's dead. So, ata shma et hachukim, shma el hachukim. Listen, do the mitzvot from love. Therefore, after you didn't listen to what I told you, and you didn't look at the things from the heart, you went to the galut, ve'avadetem sham Elohim, and you should worship their different gods, ma'aseh yedei adam, and telephone. Guys, I'm going to get a thing, I'm going to hang up the phones. I have a scanner, I'm going to hang up the phones here. And you're going to go overseas, and you're going to worship gods, made men, Etz va'even, your houses is your gods. You worship your houses. I didn't realize it until I came to America. I said, איך זה יכול להיות? A person is going to worship gods made out of stone and wood. Not stone and wood. I came to America, I realized. The houses are made out of wood and stone outside, bricks.
That's a crazy point.
And you worship them. This is your God. You worship your houses. You are mevatel Torah. You sell a kadosh baruch Hu. You steal you for your houses. It's a crazy point, isn't it? Pay attention to your houses, guys. So you go overseas, all your attention is in your house. Your house, your house, your house. Sell your house. מה אתה צריך את זה? What do you need it for? So over there, those gods don't see, they don't hear, לא יאכלו ולא יריחון. Only then the tikkun will come. Only then the tikkun will come, and what will be the tikkun? Will be kashem misham et Hashem Elokecha umatzato. And then, only from when you're going to be in galut, then you're going to look for God, and you're going to find Him. Why? Ki tidrasho bechol levavcha ubechol nafshecha. Then you're going to ask for Kadosh Baruch Hu with all your heart. In other words, you're going to ask for Kadosh Baruch Hu from love, not from fear. You're going to become a Baal Tshuva from love, not from fear. So tell all those people who machzirei b'tshuva will tell you, you're not going to be shomer Torah mitzvot, you're going to be burned in hell. Tell them it's very good. I don't care about hell. I love HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Why you have to listen to your father? Because he's your father? No. Because you love him. And then why? Because you know he loves you. So you go to Galut, you realize HaKadosh Baruch Hu loves you. Then you love him too. So I want to come back home. Mi levavcha, with love. You're going to do the mitzvot from love, not from fear. There's people driving you crazy. Closing your eyes allows us to reach deep concentration. A level in which we could only hear, truthfully hear, Shema Yisrael. And then we would see it with the heart. We would see the love to HaKadosh Baruch Hu with our heart. Bechol levavcha, ubechol nafshecha, ubechol meodecha. When you do this, אתה לא צריך, you don't need sachar va'onesh. You don't need. I love God, period. If you really love someone, let's say you have a child. You said, do you love your child? Yes. Why do you love your child? What do you mean, what I love him? It's my child, I love him. No, I love him. I love my child. For no reason, because he's my child. Bechol levavcha, bechol nafshecha, bechol meodecha. And therefore, throughout the whole entire parasha, if you see there is this motif of speech, talking and listening, talking and listening, talking and listening. Min hashamayim yishmi'echa et kolo. HaKadosh Baruch Hu made you hear His words from heaven. You didn't see. You heard His voice. Leyasercha ve'al haaretz heracha et isho agdola v'dvarav, and His words shamata, and you listen to His words. Mitoch ha'esh, from the fire. ויקרא משה אל כל ישראל ויאמר אליהם שמע ישראל את החוקים ואת המשפטים אשר אנוכי דובר באוזניכם היום ולמדתם אותם ושמרתם לעשות כל הדברים האלה, right? As הקדוש ברוך הוא spoke to you in Har Sinai and so on and so forth, מתוך האש והענן והערפל קול גדול ולא יוסף ויהי כי שומעכם את הכל מתוך החושך, and when you heard the voice from the darkness, וההר בוער באש. This is all, if you take it now and you understand and you could look at things from a different perspective, you get a totally different expression of what exactly happened in Har Sinai, why HaKadosh Baruch Hu loves us so much. ותקרבון אליי, and he came close to me and he says, קרוב אתה ושמע, you listen. You listen. Why? Because you were closer to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. ואת כל אשר יאמר השם אלוקינו, and so on and so forth, ואתה תדבר אלינו, את כל אשר ידבר השם אלוקינו, again, דיבור. Hashem is talking, and we are listening. Pay attention. Hashem is talking, remember the kala and the chatan. Now you understand the difference? I mean, you understand why they say it's like the chuppah? HaKadosh Baruch Hu was talking, and we were saying, we were listening. He was talking again, and we were listening. V'shamanu ve'asinu, and we heard, and we did. And this is the essence of the love of Am Yisrael to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. This is the na'aseh v'nishma. That's why HaKadosh Baruch Hu loves us. We hear you, we'll do it. By listening to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, we show him that we love him too. Because we already know that he listens to us. We already know that he loves us. Whatever you call me, I'm there, HaKadosh Baruch Hu says. You know he loves us. How do we show him that we love him? We listen to what he tells us. Now, anybody here wants to get a loophole? You understand now the problem with those loopholes? It's like Las Vegas. Nobody knows? No, it never happened, right? No, it did happen. I want a loophole. I want an easy way out, you know. It's a bluff. It's a bluff. When you do something with love, I said, Rabbi, give me a kula here. Can I have a leniency? This question should not be asked. He says, Rabbi, what's the din? I want to do it because I love HaKadosh Baruch Hu. That's the din. I don't want any kulot here. Rabbi, can I do this on Shabbat? Can I do that on Shabbat? Can I shave my beard on Shabbat? No. I do everything because I love HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Ahava. Because we know HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Ahava Rabba Ahavtanu. You loved us a great love. We need to show you as well. We need to show ourselves when we love him. And we need to understand that. And then it says, well, Gabotai, it's difficult. It's difficult. עיניכם מראות אשר עשה, את אשר עשה השם בבעל פאור. כי כל האיש אשר הלך אחרי בעל פאור, השמידו השם אלוקיך מקרבך. Whoever went after Baal Peor, HaKadosh Baruch Hu wiped out. Why? Because you cheating on me, HaKadosh Baruch Hu said. ואתם הדבקים בהשם אלוקיכם, חיים כולכם היום. אתם דבקים, you attached to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, that's your chayut. Why am I attached to it? Because I love him. When we go after Avodah Zarah, we betray HaKadosh Baruch Hu in his love. You know how painful that is? Imagine somebody that you love so much, and all of a sudden you find them messing around with somebody else. Well, the person can die from pain, from agony. That's Baal Peor. So the Torah tells us here something very interesting. Parallels the dvekut of Am Yisrael and HaKadosh Baruch Hu to the hitzamdu, to the attachment. What do you do when you davek? You attach. To the hitzamdut of Baal Peor. What does it tell us? What does it tell us mibchinat avodat Hashem, of our avodat Hashem? The avodat elalim of Baal Peor, we already says, is what is so-called natural. It's all natural, al natural. The ikar avodah, as we said it many, many times, the ikar avodah was to defecate on the statue of Peor by exposing your most private parts. You have to really expose yourself to everybody, and you will eat a lot of spinach and beets and so on and so forth, and you're supposed to kind of grossly defecate on this statue of Baal Peor. So in a way, this avodah, this worshipping of Peor, was an expression of or human expression to a natural call, and to tell us basically that we cannot control our desires, we cannot control nature, we cannot control anything that is given to us, as much as we cannot control our bowel movements, we cannot control on all our desires and the way our desires operate. And you could see, that's exactly what happened in Midian. They went to Baal Peor, and then they did Avodah Zarah. They went with the Midianite girls. So the essence of this pulchan is to say that everything that is natural should be allowed. Today, unfortunately, and I say it unfortunately, there were 25,000 Jews parading in the Israel gay parade in Yerushalayim, an abomination. And the Israelis newspapers are filled with all kind of stories, believe it or not, only about religious families that the children came out of the closet. As I keep telling you all the time, when you coming out of the closet, I'll give you a hanger so you can put yourself back in. I don't really care. But they're trying to brainwash us all the time. I counted today 5 different articles in 3 different Israeli newspapers about only religious people and either their support or their stories about homosexuality. I don't really care. But according to that Baal Peor concept, it's natural, it's okay. It's natural to you, you can do whatever you want. Mutar, mutar. The boundaries of tzniut, of modesty, and the ability of man to choose to control his natural life are impossible according to that concept. Impossible. However, the Torah's call, "Vatem hadvekim be'Hashem Elokechem chaim kolchem hayom," teaches us that a person who is attached to a Kadosh Baruch Hu because he loves him is able to control his urges. It's not an issue for me. If you truthfully, honestly love your wife, it doesn't make a difference who you're with and what situation you're at. You're never going to cheat on your wife because you love her. I mean, it's not an issue. And if you fail, it means you don't really love your wife that much, as much as you will claim to be. So because of this love to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, we attach to Him. And therefore, if you're able to control your natural urges. And since man was created in the so-called the image of God, he's superior to all other creatures in the world. That other creature in the world, the instincts control their lives. That's what men is called. We are erected. We're straight. There's a reason for that. Why Kadosh Baruch Hu should have put our brains here? We are standing up straight. We're walking completely straight. Even birds stand like this. If you've seen a stork or a crane, they're not head is like this exactly. Everybody is. Only men is straight up like this. Why? To tell you that the brain should really control the rest of your body, not other parts of your body run your brain. I mean, that's why certain things are in certain places. The less thing you have to worry about is whatever is done in your body. You have to think about what you think, about what you eat, everything else. That's the less of your problems. You take whatever is down and you put it as a crown on your head. That should not be like this. You have an urge, it's natural to you, you overcome it. You have a sechel, you have a brain. If I'm going to tell you, oh, you should go kill this person, you're going to tell me, no, Mazeh, it's impossible. I can't. I'm not an animal. So why when it comes to things like this, you're not an animal, and when it comes to urges, you are like an animal? Ochel v'shoteh u'boel kemo chaya. You eat like an animal, you drink like an animal, and you fornicate like an animal. Mazeh. Well, מה העניין פה? What do you understand? What's going on here? When you act in a certain way, you're saying, I'm leaning towards Baal Peor. I'm separate from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. So HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave us the ability to control our urges, even from things that are called natural. These are also could be channeled and directed to the place we want. If you have a certain urge, you have a certain urge. I'm not telling you kill your urge. I'm saying root it in, bring it all to safety. Take control over it. Are you the captain of your life? Who's the boss here? You want to be the boss in everything you do in your life. But in your own home, you're not the boss. In your own inside, you're not the boss. So when the dvekut in HaKadosh Baruch Hu is truthfully, is internally, is done from love, and it's not an external show. You're not putting up a show. Only that would allow men to live life of awareness, of choice, of morals, and self-control. When you don't, there are no morals, there's no self-control, and you're not going to have a free choice either. Because I, as a society, will tell you all the time what to do, how to think, and so on and so forth. That's why Jews are not so liked by many nations. Why? Because they, through their attachment to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, they pose a threat on all those groups of people that wants to change the world to their own benefit, to make it in a very immoral world. We are a threat to that. So when we listen to this Shema Yisrael, בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, when we understand through seeing the love of HaKadosh Baruch Hu and all aspects of our lives, in anything you do, in any experience you're experiencing, you understand that Hashem is Echad. That deep meaning of this experience is not only that there's no other God in the world. Echad doesn't mean Echad, Shtayim, Shalosh. 1, 2, 3. God is one. God is, that's not what it means. It means also, as they say in Sefer Dvarim, she'ein od milvado. There's nobody else. Echad means absolute. There's one. Only one. As it says in Tikunei Zohar, Kuf Chaf Bet, Amud Bet, it says, Velet atar panui mineh. Hashem en od milvado, melo kol haaretz kevodo. In other words, HaKadosh Baruch Hu is present in everything. He is the one, He is the source, and He is the source of unity in our life. And from this unity, Rabotai, from this echadness, we could develop our love. And this is our obligation in our times. We need to sit down. We just finished Tisha B'Av. When was Tisha B'Av? 2 days ago. It's already over. I forgot about it. We need to understand. We need to understand, where are we standing in the scale between redemption, Geulah, and destruction, Churban. Where are we? And your indication is personal, is based on how much you feel one with your other Jew. If you feel different groups, Ani Ashkenazi, this one is Faradi, this one is Chiloni, you know you are closer to the destruction than you are coming to Geulah. I have to tell you, Geulah, maybe Belinda will talk about it tomorrow, Geulah, redemption, or Churban, does not mean actually building. Is first of all Geulat Hada'at. When you operate and think like a Jew because you want to, because you see the other person, a Jew just like you, you're willing to listen to him, and this is how we get our love. So this is the lesson that we have to get from this parasha. So רבותיי, הגיע הזמן קריאת שמע של ערבית. כבר הכהנים נכנסו לאכול בעבודתה. הם אוכלים עכשיו הכהנים. It's time for us to daven. So בעזרת Hashem, I really hope that we develop this love and this urge for oneness. Because only through the oneness of Am Yisrael we can show and spread the oneness of God in the world. Shabbat Shalom.